Hello, everyone. Here's a quick video to introduce your form assignments number 2 and number 3. And these are due on 11/6, Friday, November 6th. All right, so first one, you can definitely handle this form assignment. It's pretty good. Okay, so anyways, you're... oh my gosh. Okay, so you're analyzing this piece from Water Music, the air from Water Music. Say there's tons of recordings. I've given you one on the Shobi page there. So if you just click through that one or copy it and paste it in, you should be able to listen. It's a good recording. But if you want to find your own, go ahead. What I want you to do is you're going to do a formal analysis of this piece, right? A complete formal analysis or a complete form analysis. That does mean that you do a Roman numeral and phrase analysis as well, because you have to do a Roman numeral and phrase analysis in order to talk about the large scale implications of the form, right? Is this a ternary? Is this a binary? Is it simple binary, rounded binary, etc. So you'll go through and probably listen, find the cadences, and then do like a phrase analysis, your Roman numeral and phrase analysis first, and then step back and look on page 2 and start graphing it out. So the process, at least what I suggest, would be to, listen to it a few times, figure out where the pauses are, kind of mark those on the score, and then go through and do just a Roman numeral analysis. You might have a modulation. It might modulate. Hint that it might modulate. And then possibly switch back. You might have another pivot modulation. To indicate that in the score, right? Just go through and pivot and do all that stuff that you've been doing. And once you have your harmonic analysis done, then you're going to go through and do the okay, what's 1 to 4, 5 to 8, maybe it might be something different. And then you're doing a phrase analysis or whatever it is, and do that for the whole piece, right? You have a double bar in the middle. This is the huge tell that this is before that probably an A, and after that some sort of B, right? It's not necessarily A and B, and that's not necessarily the whole analysis of the form, but that double bar is a huge tell that that's a break in the form. Okay. So you go through and do that, and then right after you've got all of this stuff done, these phrase level analyses with the cadences, and again, I don't know if these are correct, I'm just writing these in with your cadences. Then you step back and you say, okay, given all of this information, right, what does the form look like? And that's where you do this larger scale, like A, B, A, or A, B, A prime, or just A, B, right, etc. That's the thought process. It takes some time, right? Because now you're starting to see sort of the larger scale, right, of what we're doing as theorists and musicians and people talking about music, that you kind of have to do all of these different levels, right? You zoom in all the way and you think 1, right? And that's fine. And then you zoom out and you think A. But to be able to speak eloquently about the piece of music in general, you have to be able to do both, and you have to complete both. Okay? So that is the first one. The second one here is your form assignment number 3. Again, I give you a recording here, and then I pasted a different one into the Shobi in case this one you can't click on. You can listen to either of them. They're just different performances. And this is your analysis. Okay, so you're doing this page you can use for your graphing, a complete formal analysis, phrase and large-scale formal graph. You do not need to do a complete Roman numeral analysis of this one, okay? You don't have to zoom in and do all of it. You're going to have to necessarily do some of the Roman numerals because you have to find the cadences, you have to figure out what type of cadences there are, right? But you don't necessarily have to zoom in and go, okay, cool. We're in D minor, hint, and going 1, 5, 1, 5, 6, or whatever. You don't have to do that. Just to save you some time, because that first handle one, right, this is a bit more involved, at least harmonically. But you do have to do enough, again, to be able to talk about the phrase and large-scale formal graph, right? So you're still going to be doing like this, 1 to 4, 5 to 8, all that stuff, and then A, and then there's a double bar here and a severe, significant change in character, which signify that maybe there's a switch here to some sort of B, right? So you'll still have to do all of that stuff, but you just don't have to zoom in all the way. That's to kind of balance out the first one. It's going to have quite a bit more harmonic analysis in it. Cool. Let me know if you have questions. Again, these are your first 2 real significant form assignments. I suspect that you're going to have some questions about the process. Make sure you watch the videos. They're pretty long. There's a lot of stuff to go over in them, but the introduction video and then the ternary video are what you absolutely should be watching before you do these assignments. Okay? But yeah, just let me know if you have questions. Happy to chat if I can help in any way.